Welcome to the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint, where we dive deep into the mind, body, and soul of success. I'm your host, Gray, and here we believe that true growth begins from within. Whether you're seeking personal transformation, professional elevation, or simply looking to expand your life's possibilities, you're in the right place. Together, we'll explore the strategies, insights, and metaphysical principles that empower you to manifest the life you truly desire. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's embark on this journey of expansion. Your next level begins now.
Yeah, I'm going to call an audible today. I know that the topic was advertised something different, but I want to talk about emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically tired. When you just want to give up, how do you keep going? See, sometimes life, it hits you so hard that you don't even want to fight back anymore. You feel like it's just a ton of bricks. You ever feel like that? Well, it's almost like you're carrying the weight of the world on your back, and no matter how hard you push, or how much you grind, or how much you try, it's never enough. You're tired. Not just I need a nap tired, but bone deep, soul crushing, I don't know if I can do this anymore tired. And if you've ever felt like that, or if you've ever find yourself in that place right now, then this talk is going to be for you. Because quitting, it feels like the easiest option. But what if I told you don't need to quit? What if I told you need to refuel? Let's talk about how to find the strength to keep going, even when everything in you is screaming to stop. First and foremost, you have to admit that you're drained. You got to stop pretending you're okay when you're not. Because here's what happens when we hit that level of exhaustion. We tell ourselves to tough it out, even when we have nothing left to give. We guilt ourselves for being tired, like we're weak for feeling this way. We keep moving on autopilot, but deep down, we're drowning. Listen, I get it. You're used to being the strong one, the person who gets things done, but the one that everyone depends on. But even the strongest people run out of fuel. So before you try to push forward, be honest with yourself about where you are. Say it loud if you need to. I'm exhausted. I'm drained. I don't know how much more I have in me. Because you can't fix what you won't face. And if you keep suppressing it, it's not going to go away. It's just going to get heavier. So the second thing you got to do is you got to stop trying to do it all alone. Let's address the real reason a lot of us hit this level of exhaustion. We try to carry everything ourselves. We don't ask for help. We don't tell people we're struggling. We just keep smiling, keep grinding, and nobody notices that we're falling apart. But let me ask you something. When did you decide that you have to do this all alone? Because somewhere along the way, somebody convinced you that needing help was weakness, that asking for support meant you weren't strong enough. But that's a lie. It's a lie. Strength isn't about doing everything alone. Strength is about knowing when to let people in. You're not superhuman. You're not invincible. You're a human. And humans need community. So who's in your corner? Who do you trust enough to say, I'm not okay and I need someone to lean on? If you don't have someone, find them, because isolation will drain you faster than anything else. The third thing we need to do is protect our energy at all costs. If you're feeling emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically drained, it's time to ask yourself, what or who is draining me? Because some of you are tired, not because you're working too hard, but because you're giving your energy to the wrong people. the wrong places, in the wrong situations. You're surrounded by people who take more from you than they give. You're stuck in cycles that don't serve you. You're saying yes too much and no to yourself. And you wonder why you feel empty. So if you need permission to start protecting your energy, here it is. You don't have to answer every call. You don't have to be available 24/7. You don't have to fix everyone else's problems while yours go ignored. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're survival. If you're giving your energy to things that leave you drained, it's time to cut off the leak. The fourth thing you've got to do is shift your focus from surviving to rebuilding. When you're in survival mode, all you can think about is making it through the day. But here's the thing. You weren't put on this earth just to survive. You were made to thrive. So how do you shift from just getting by to getting stronger? You rebuild. Physically, are you sleeping? Are you eating real food? Are you moving your body? Or are you just running on fumes and caffeine? Mentally, what are you consuming? Are you filling your mind with things that lift you up or things that stress you out? Emotionally, are you allowing yourself to feel process and release, or are you just stuffing it down? Spiritually, are you reconnecting with what gives you purpose, or are you running on empty? Listen, recovery is an intentional process. You don't just wake up one day and magically feel better. You do the work to refill what's been depleted. That means making self-care a priority and not an afterthought. Because if you don't take care of yourself, who will? Fifth thing I want you to remember is why you started. I want to get personal. You had a reason for starting this journey. You had a vision, a purpose, something that lit a fire in you. But when exhaustion sets in, that fire starts to dim down a little bit. And if you're not careful, you'll start convincing yourself that none of it was worth it, that maybe you should just let it go. But let me ask you, is that really what you want? Do you really want to quit? Or do you just need to reset and rest? Because those are two very different things. Resting is temporary. Quitting is permanent. And if you still have breath in your body, that means you're not done yet. So don't make a permanent decision based on temporary exhaustion. Instead, take a step back, refill your tank, and remind yourself why you started in the first place. I want you to know that regardless of what's going on in your mind right now, what may be happening in your circumstances, you are stronger than you think. I know it feels like you don't have anything left. I know the weight of everything feels unbearable. But listen to me. This moment does not define you. You've survived every hard day you thought would break you. Gotten through things you never thought you would. And you're still here. Which means you're stronger than you think. So take a deep breath, give yourself some grace, and take the next step, even if it's a small one. Because you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to figure it all out today. You just have to keep going. And if you need support, accountability, or guidance to rebuild and refuel, I'm here. If you're ready to work with a coach who will help you reset, refocus, and come back stronger than ever, I'm here. Because your story isn't over. Not even close. So keep going. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Lifestyle Expansion Blueprint. My hope is that you're leaving with new insights and the tools to help you craft the life you envision. Remember, Your blueprint for success is already within you. It just needs to be unlocked. If this episode resonated with you, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's ready to expand their life. Until next time, I'm Gray. Keep building, keep growing, and always stay in alignment with your highest self.